Hey, Terri Tinsley here, creator of the Power Blast podcast, owner of PutYourselfFirst.com. Wow. Today's message, I bet you it can be broken into probably 10 segments. And who knows, I may babble on enough to give it 10 segments. Anyway, been sharing the death and life of Terri Tinsley, my wife who was killed in a car crash 10 years ago, December 9th, 2003. And one of the things, and I've recently been learning this, so this isn't something that I really gave much thought to until kind of when I started learning about Terri's life. And like I said, yeah, I was married to her. We had been together for probably 13 years and married for 7. And I learned so much about her after she had passed away. And what my lesson today is, as you go through and do different dreams in life, and I'm going to give a little shout out to Joe Severson here because he kind of gave me a structure of 5 different levels of dreaming. What sort of dreams do you have, in your life? And one of the top levels, as you're going through and writing down, a lot of times people will have dreams like, I want to dream that I make enough money to do this, so where I'm comfortable. And then another one would be like, another level would be like contribution dreaming. How do I want to contribute to life, or contribute to somebody's a nonprofit or whatever it might be. But one of the top levels is legacy dreaming. How do you want to be remembered? And what is it that you when you do leave this earth, whenever it happens, how do you want to be remembered? And I think that is a tough question to answer for many people, because we don't dream at such a level, and really I don't think it gave it much thought. But I like to think that maybe while Terri didn't actually, verbalize, hey, I want to leave this sort of legacy. Here's how I want to be remembered. Because you're not at that point of life to where you're thinking about death, right? But you never know when your time is up, so to speak. That sounds weird to say, but yeah. But when it comes to leaving a legacy, I like to think that the life that you live and create and put forth, that even though it may not be all of the things that you put into place and stated, this is what I want to have as my legacy, things can fall in place to create that legacy for you. And so I don't know if that made a whole lot of sense, but let's take it for Terri. Ever since she was a little kid, she absolutely invested a lot into animals. As a matter of fact, I think she related a lot better to animals than she did humans. I don't know what it was. I mean, I think she could just see into their souls. And she saw a thing in animals that I didn't see at all. Eventually I maybe, as she pointed out certain things, I could see them, but probably to the average person, you don't typically, look deeply into an animal's soul that way. But she had such a passion for animals. And so, dogs, horses, rabbits, you name it. So, just to kind of give you a little background, because you may not know a lot about Terri. I'm going to go from my time with her. We had gotten a Sheltie dog, and then eventually, she started getting interested in in birds, but she also was interested in dogs, So we had a Sheltie at one point, and I ended up losing the Sheltie, but we'd gotten a collie, and then we got a couple collies, and then we got a third dog because now she was wanting to help out some dog rescue type of things by doing some fostering. That means you take in and house and help the dog until the dog eventually gets placed. But when the dog doesn't get placed and stays with you, we call that a foster failure because it becomes your dog. And we had one of those. But along the way, she got really interested in exotic birds. And so got an African gray parrot, which was cool. But I don't know where it evolved over time, but then got into getting some other birds, and then that developed into bird breeding and going to bird fairs. And I think at one time when you counted everything from the birds to the small finches to the canaries, I think there was at one time within our house there was like 86 birds that I counted. That's a lot of bird cages and bird poop to clean up, right? So eventually times changed to where she wasn't as interested in that because she wanted to help a dog rescue, and particularly a German Shepherd rescue. She was volunteering on different things, and also starting to run a website called Wisconsin Dog Rescue, where that was more of a forum where other dog rescue people and animal rescue people got to communicate and share and help animals get placed and share adoption processes, etc. I'm not going to get into all the details that way, but she was managing that list, and it was quite big for the state of Wisconsin. And along the way, she wanted to. She decided, instead of helping out a dog rescue, I think I want to do my own dog rescue. So she went in head first, and she got 501c3, which is a nonprofit status for taxation. Started our German Shepherd Rescue, and so I'll share all of her rescue stuff. But basically, Terri loved rescuing animals, placing animals, helping them connect to families, bringing joy to families, bringing joy to those animals to get a great home, taking them out of abusive situations in what do they call those, puppy mills, working hard to get animal rights legislation passed, etc., and a whole host of other things. So when she passed, and she had this amazing legacy, just before she had left this earth, probably 3-4 months before that, she was talking about, we were walking at a dog park and she saw a park bench in a dog park, and said, what, when I die, I don't want a grave site, I don't want a tombstone or anything like that, just a bench, something where people can sit and just enjoy their dog and running around the park and enjoy and just laughing and just resting along the way. And so we did that. But one of the things that we did, and here's the leaving the legacy part. So Terri had helped wherever she could for people, and one of them was to create help this dog park come to a realization in our county, Jefferson County in Wisconsin. There were some great dog parks in Madison, but nothing near us. And the county went for it to get some land and do that. Now, I don't think Terri was all behind the scenes of it, but she did help in its promotion, etc. So she was a part of that. So we'd gotten her a bench. She got to enjoy the park for about a month before she had passed away. We took the dogs there about a month after, for about a month after it opened. And one of the great things that she had, just fostered a great relationship with a lot of people in the rescue world, whether it was dog shelters to fundraisers, whatever it was. So after she had passed, a lot of people donated, gave money to the family, etc. And I just put it in the bank. I didn't know what to possibly do with this money. I mean, we were like, should we make a foundation and give it to a scholarship for somebody to go to a teaching, hospital for vets or whatever it was, and it took a while to think, this money should go for Terri's legacy of some sort. And so, and that's what I want to challenge you today is to think of, what is your legacy? What do you want your legacy to be? And to give that some serious thought. What we ended up doing, it just all of a sudden hit me like a sledgehammer today. I'm like, you know what? I have no idea. She just loved that dog park so much that money should go to the dog park. Maybe they can put in a water fountain for the dogs. Maybe they could put in, little special play area for puppies. I don't know. So I didn't know what it was. I know this video is getting long. I am so sorry. I didn't know what it was with the deal, but I knew I needed to get a hold of the Parks Department. So I found out who it was and told them what I wanted to do. And they said, we would love and be honored to talk with you. And what ended up happening was we had a meeting, and I didn't know what to expect, but the guy brought out these blueprints, rolled them out on the table, and said, we have plans in the work to expand the current dog park. And we're going to quadruple it in size. And we're going to put in water things. And we're going to put in, different fences and a different area for smaller dogs. And there was just all these things that we're going to do, and special parking and special, different access points. And with the contribution that we made, they said, and you know what we're going to do is we're going to rename this as the Terri Tinsley Dog Exercise Area. So it just was so awesome to not, her legacy is still alive, still going, still helping people in that county. And there's a lot of people from other counties and travelers that come in and go to that dog park. It's huge. And people get to enjoy their time with their dogs. And you can see Terri and our puppy Owen on pictures and signage all over the place. It's just such a neat place to go. And so I just wanted to share that with you because, leaving a legacy, it's while she didn't verbalize that, it came to fruition anyway. And there's another thing that's coming to fruition right now with Doobert.com, DOOBERT.com. And that's a whole nother thing that Terri had some sort of influence on for that creation. We'll share that in another video. But the point is, legacy dreaming. What legacy do you want to leave? And it doesn't have to be for the world or the community or anything like this. It could be for your kids or for your children or for your family or something like that. How do you want to be remembered? What legacy do you want to leave? And start verbalizing that now. Start planning for that now. It's something that can be shared. And I like to say that Terri was verbalizing that in her own way, in her actions and her behaviors, because it was so important to her. Anyway, thanks for listening to this long video. I so appreciate you, and we'll see you next time.